welcome back to our Farm DLC mini-series. This is part 4 of our how-to tips and tricks of putting things together. I'll take you through a quick recap of what we've done so far. So we've done Where is Molly, we've done Don't Spare the Horses, and we've done In Deep Water. So we'll go across to the maps of jobs and we will get onto our 4th job. Just zoom out here because how cool does this look? I love the colours. They are really cool. So, sole solution: peace and quiet, endless skies, and an old windmill surrounded by a sea of tulips. Who wouldn't like to live in a place like this? It belonged to her family for a long time, longer than anyone could expect. Generations have passed and here it stood, becoming a central part of the world. But everything changes, and so does the mill. So it hasn't quite told us exactly what we are about to do, but I'm sure once we get into it, we will find out. So accept the job. And let's see what lies ahead of us. So a quick drink while it's loading. And we'll get into this new job. My family has owned this place since 1878. Our great-grandfather Flores wanted to become a miller, but no wonder he ended up as the wealthiest tulip grower in the country. Thanks to him, this area is so green and beautiful. I wish it would stay like this forever. It requires some effort though. We've already got our water source and waste water treatment plant. The problem is electricity. It's not always windy here. So we guess that solar panels are our solo solution. That and a comfy home is all we currently need. Sole solution. Alright. So let's have a look at what we're going to do. It's pretty cool. We've got some crops around here and nice wind farm. Just have a look around and see what there is. Got a map in front of us and an empty shell here. So we'll assemble this and see how we go with this one. So it's a chicken coop. We're quickly assembling. Put the roof on, a couple of lights, and some food. Little runway for them, and there we have our beautiful new chicken coop. Then we're going to buy some objects, but we'll get to them in just a second. So we'll just start with this and see if we can put it inside, not only on the outside, which okay. So we'll just find a little place about there for now, and then we'll have a look at what else there is. We might have a look at what this is. There we go. My garden is full of colour. Tomatoes, corn and other vegetables. Sometimes think they are more beautiful than tulips, much more tasty too. Let's have a little freeze moment here, guys. Come on, there we go. So here's the dilemma. I want to protect the garden from our hens. And yet I know the hens will be much happier if allowed to run freely. So we get to choose if we want a chicken enclosure or a vegetable garden fence. I'm going to go with, let's see, what should we do? Vegetable is a good idea. Running freely is a good idea too. But it seems like a decent sized chicken enclosure. I'm going to go with the chicken enclosure. I think it's a decent choice with the amount of room we've got to put everything else in. So like before, you will see the white frame. If you've watched part 2, you will see it turn black. Anyway, so we've got to go through and work out how to put together this beautiful new garden enclosure. We'll go with wood coloured, and we'll do the netting as grey so it doesn't stand out as much. Now, I wish I could give you a tip and trick on this, guys, but like we said before, it literally is just place it where it needs to be placed. You have the template there where to place it. I'm on the fence about this template because it makes it a bit tricky. It makes it more interesting, I guess, at times. So I just placed it there, and it's completely wrong. So we will sell and start again. So it has to be exactly on the line, guys. I've said it before. It has to. You see, I'm miles away with that. Even though it kept pushing me back, to go. Oh yeah, it's there. If it's not, it was miles away. So we'll get rid of the mistake we made, and we will try again. And it's way too long as well. It's halfway down the bloody garden. You know, like, yeah. Alright, let's try this again, shall we, guys? Let's see how we get along. So we'll quickly sell anything that we made a mistake on. Nothing here. Nope. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Alright, let's start here. Let's put this piece in here. That seems to work. Got 2%. Yeehaw! Alright, let's go. Right, it does get really fiddly, guys. It really does, and it literally is just with the mouse and the wheel on the mouse. You'll see the instructions on the bottom right hand corner. Scroll to change the size. It really is just you know, just get it in there as best as you can. And line up as best you can. As you can see, I'm struggling a little bit here. Try and move it a little bit. There you go. It's blue, and we've got 18%. So we're getting somewhere. Press the wrong button. Let's continue. Oh, and again. Right. It's pretty on the line. Just double checking. Yep, 18%. We're good. So we get the next bit of fencing in. Which is this bit here, and then we'll go around the corner. So we'll grab our fence, make sure it's the same colour, and let's build this little section here. So scroll with the mouse. Oh, it's gone over, but about there. We'll do. Oh, didn't it do anything? But check out the view, guys. The view's incredible. It really is. Getting distracted here. Back to building this chicken coop with some fencing and that. So here we do this side here. As you see, the price goes up. You know, the fence is longer. I would like a better camera angle. I think it's one of the improvements they could do. They zoom out so you can see more of what's around you, because when it's quite close like this, you can't quite work out when things are exactly in place, especially when they are long like this. So there we have the fence and the corner done. It's looking like a quite nice little fence. Then we'll come around here and we'll start this side here, and then we'll do the back piece in a second, which is one long back piece. This is what I was saying to you with the camera angle, guys. When you're doing a big back piece, you can't always see which end to end. So you do it in pieces, but it works. It's a bit harder at times. Like these small sections, you can really see, but the bigger sections, hi train, the bigger sections you can't really see. So just on the line there, I think, and we'll put the gate in so we don't get locked out. Same colour on the end here, and open it up and see what we have next. So we've got 2 bits missing still, that corner bit and then the long piece there. So we'll grab the fence, make sure it's the right colour. I don't know why it's changed colour again, or maybe because I did the gate, possibly. And then we come on through. As you see, the money goes up and the fence gets wider. That's what I say to the camera angle. It's so hard to work out end to end. If you guys know a way to fix the camera angles, please comment below. I've gone way too long with that. I don't think I've got it here. Nope, I don't. I need to get this corner in right as well. But as you can see, it's all trial and error, and this is what these videos are for, so you can sort of see how it's done, play around and get it right. Try and get this bit in here. Yeah, it's as you see, it's a bit tricky at times, but we do get there eventually. So I'll just quickly sell that to make a bigger gap and get this last little bit in here. Oh, too long, oh, just about perfect. And we are 83% of the fence done. So we've got to do this back a little bit here. We do need to make this shorter because it is too long. So we'll go through and just sell. I probably could have moved to the other side, but I'll just get to sell it. I think that's, oh, where's the white line? Where's that? Where is the white line there? So be careful of that. It's still a bit too long, so I'll get rid of one more panel. I should be okay, I think. Or one more. Alright, let's hope for this. Get our good old fence, and we will see what happens. Alright, so coming through, try to get it just about so there's no gap, line it up as best as we can. It's always a little bit tricky to get exactly right. Oh, yep. I'm sure you guys will find a better way to do this eventually. Again, there's no wrong or right way to do it. Hallelujah, we have 100%. It is overhanging a little bit, but hey, we got there. 100%, guys. So there is our garden coop we've put together, and they can go out this door here. Got some fresh food, and they will have a lovely home to live in. And there's our gate. Did we overhang a bit? Yeah, a little bit there, but hey, look, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect anything. Alright, so this is all personal preference. I'm going to extend this footpath. I'm going to try and work out what it is. Not seen this before, so we'll go through the shop and see if we can work it out. If you guys know what it is, please let me know. So surfaces, here we go. Possibly this. Ooh, no, it's not wide enough. It should be this, but it hasn't got the finish. It's close enough. It's close enough. Let's have a look. They're too short, those ones. They're all, yeah. This is probably the best. If you know what it is, guys, let me know. And then the edging, I think, yeah, the edging is that, so not the middle. Oh, yes, I don't know where the middle section is, but these are paving slabs. So anyway, we'll put this down, and we'll extend this footpath to our new chicken coop door. Again, this isn't part of the task. You don't have to do this, but I like to go the extra mile and just make it, you know, a bit more complete and make more sense. So I'm going to play around with the tiles here. So what I might do is start. Actually, I can't do that just yet. What we'll do is we will go back here and move. We can't sell that because that's the original. So we'll move them slightly this way to allow us more room at the top to put the entrance tile in. So because too much happening there, so I'm just going to move that and we'll work backwards. So we'll start from up here and get this lined up. Just do fence line and then we will continue. Again, you don't have to do this, guys. You can just do the job, get on with it, and off you go. But I like to go the extra mile personally. I think it makes sense because that's where the footpath was, and we put a chicken coop there, so we might as well finish the footpath. Couldn't quite work out what the footpath was, but I still think it looks good. So we'll slowly, just quickly finish this. We may have to overlap them here a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. But hey, it's not too bad. There we go. To our new door, and the chicken coop is good to go. A couple more things we do need to buy, and this section here is complete. So let's take a look around and see what is next to do. So we'll go back to tasks and we need to buy a scarecrow. We'll try and match it to our green and purple as best as we can. It's not, yeah, I've got black. That's not too bad. It's a bit better. That'll do for our scarecrow. We'll put it at the front, I think. It's probably the best. Or you could put it within the crops, but we'll put it at the front, I think. Pretty cool looking scarecrow. So let's bring him to the front. We can welcome you all and scare everyone off at the same time. So about there. Right, let's have a look inside this house because we can open it and have a look. So upstairs, what's in here? A single toilet, a decent kitchen. Look at the view from here, incredible. I do like the windows. Upstairs again, office, and the view is incredible. It really is just spectacular. That tulip field is just stunning. It really is. It's just, yeah, they've done really well with this DLC, I have to say. Oh, and you can remove balconies now. I knew there was that coming, but it's highlighted that we can move the balcony. Let's not try that just yet, shall we? Oops, no, I already said, let's not try that yet. And then we go downstairs. It's a decent sized home. Did we find the bedroom? I don't think so. Anyway, doesn't matter. Out we go to complete our tasks. So we need to go into our chicken coop and obviously make sure they're fed and watered. So we'll get some water feeder things, whatever they're called. It says 2, but I'll put a couple more. At least you know, they have a decent H2O and they won't go thirsty. And we'll put one there. Oh, and I'll probably just move this. It's got both sides. I'll probably put it there. It's not a one-sided feeder. Alright, we'll fill this with the old food. Close the lid. Fill these with some water. Get our bottle out. In we go. Next bottle. There we go. Some nice fresh water for our chickens. And we'll fill this up as well. So there is all 4 done. You don't have to do 4. 2 was the requirements. And now we move on to the next bit. So we have to put some beehives in and some large, as they call it, photovoltaic panels, which is the solar panels. They're pretty large, so I mean, yeah. Let's see where we can put them that works. I guess over here. Or is there a side that we can put them down? Will they fit down the side here? Or will the beehives be better here? Let's see what it does. Is it too big? Oh, miles too big. So we'll put the beehives there eventually. And we'll just go to the front and find somewhere to put these. Got to put 6 of them, so that's a fair few of them, which will take up a lot of this garden. So let's go placing them. So these are our beehives that we've got to put in eventually. We'll put the phosphoric or solar panels, whatever you want to call them, in first. We'll get as close to the fence line as possible. So about there. Then we'll put the next one, and we'll just continue this on until we get as close to the other fence as possible. When we get all 6 in, we will see. So you can complete the job now if you want, but you know, we're not too far from doing it, so we might as well finish the rest of it. There we go, another one there. That's 4. Then 1 more there. Can we get the 6th one in? No, because I think we've got to build something there. So we'll leave number 6 off for a minute. So let's place a fence and a gate. So this is the next step, which is, so there's our solar panels, there's our house. Beautiful tulips. They are stunning and are scarecrow. They're all lined up pretty well. There's a lot of them, and they are, yep, they're pretty evenly matched. Right, onto our beehives. We'll go brown. That's too dark. Coffee, brown. No, that will do. Alright, so we're going to put 6 beehives. So, like I said before, we'll put them down the side here. It's probably the best place for them. So we'll go through and place them. Get them as close and lined up as possible. There we go. There's 6. I'm going to do 3 more just because, you know, save having a gap in the front. It makes the side look complete. Again, it's all personal preference. You don't have to do all of this. You can, you know, just do the tasks and see you later. And there we have 9 beehives. Right, on to the next part. I've tried to harvest this, but it's not my farm, so I can't harvest it. So here we go, place a fence and a gate. So we'll go through the menu here and we'll grab our paneling. So again, you have to make sure that it is in line with the white part of it. We'll go, I don't know, black doesn't seem right, brown. No, I want black really. Dark brown looks alright. With what handle do we go with? Let's see. Yeah. Dark steel. That's not too bad. Alright, so that's not a bad colour. So here we have our again, you've got to follow the white outline, and it literally is. Oh, I wonder why it wouldn't work. I picked the door first. Alright, so brown, and let's go place these panels. So I think that's right. Yep. Alright, let's go. So again, you've got to try and line them up, and you can make them bigger if you want. Just make sure it's not too big. I don't know if that worked. That's way over too. See what I mean by this camera angle? It makes things so much more difficult. So let's have a play here, and see what happens. Or 9% placed. So it's working. Again, there is no wrong or right way to do this. It is all personal preference. So I think single panels might be better. Let's see what we got here. Right, single panel. Oh, you go, single panel, and then the corners automatically join up. Well, that's handy. So let's go and do single panels, because that seems to be the easier way to go. Oh. Alright, one panel. Oh, come on. Well done, 3. But anyway. The corners, oh no. There you go, the corner works itself out eventually. So it's an automatic corner piece, and let's go through and do the rest of it. And that's our frame. %. Oh, so that's missing. Let's put that in. There's no room. There you go. Get it in there. So now I've got to put roof segments in. So this got a little tricky at one point when we were looking at it before, but we'll go through and work out the segments. We'll put a door in first, so we don't lock ourselves out and can't get out. We've done that a few times in jobs. So I'll put it this side near the crop, so it's not near the side of the house, it's not near the solar panels. A bit more room here. This makes sense. So there's our door in, and now we're going to play with these segments here. So I've got a few here to play with, different sizes, 50 or 100, and make sure we wrong colour. Like I said, make sure we get the right colour, and it will all be good. So just check this out, and we'll have a play around and see how this goes. So I'm not entirely sure how this works yet, but we'll have a little look around. So we'll go outside and see if that works. No, it does not. So we'll go back inside, and it's just not wanting up green. It's not lining up properly, and I can't spin it. You can only hang it on the wall. What do you mean hang it on the wall when it's a roof? And I can't harvest that. Yeah, I prefer the ones I create myself. We will have a crops in our own farmyard. It's going to get through some jobs, and then we'll build our own, I guess, farm sanctuary. So I'm going to look for a, I guess, scaffolding to try and see if this makes any difference. Again, there's no wrong or right way of doing it. I'm just because I haven't seen anyone else do this before, sort of just having a play around to see how we do it. So we'll close the door because that's in the way, and we'll try and get this scaffolding up here. It may not work, but we're going to give it a red hot go. So let's go up here, and it's right through as well, so it's a bit too close. Tasks, corner, right colour. You're right, does that make any? Not really. Not really. I don't know if the scaffolding's in the way or not, but that didn't make much difference at all. Not at all. Let's move it out a bit and see if that makes a difference. Up we go, and try again. Grab the corner piece that we need at 100 and see what we can do here. Yeah, I don't really understand how this roof works. Okay, so that's not entirely working. So let's go back in here and see if we can work it out in here. Grab the corner piece again, and it's just, I don't quite understand. Let's try with these pieces here and work with these. So this, I think we might need a ladder or scaffolding or some form. You can only hang it on the wall. It's a roof piece, not a wall piece. Anyway, so that's right. Let's try a different piece. So you can see we've got 4 different pieces we could do. That's definitely not the right one. So they look like they're for the middle, but I can't reach the middle. So let's bring the scaffolding in here and see what we can achieve with the good old scaffolding. So, oh, we are, yeah, it's a bit way we're through the roof. Although there is no roof yet, but you know what I mean. Wow, okay. It's definitely proving challenging than it looks. Let's have a look through here what we've got. What is middle segments and see if that will work. Not quite. So I'm not really sure. Just seems, oh, wrong button. Right. So let's see if we can get these to line up. Oh, kind of. Oh, that's our first panel done. Yeehaw! Let's see if we can get the next one in. No, it's off. So this is where it's going to get interesting. So it is trial and error, guys. Just play around with the roof panels and they will eventually fit. I have sped up the next little bit because, like I said, it is all trial and error, and it did take a little while for me to sort of work out how they go together. So if you want the best tip on how to do it, scaffolding doesn't work. I did find a step ladder helped for the middle bit. As you can see here, I'm literally inside the greenhouse and I'm lining them up with the top of the windows, and it will eventually turn green. These corner pieces are a bit more trickier. As you can see there, it doesn't let me spin it. but it's not on the right angle to fit. So you can see there it's not going to fit, miles off. And then all this was a bit skew-whiffed as well. So we will try and get this corner piece to work. We'll put that window there, because I thought maybe that was the problem. And we'll try this corner piece again, make sure it's the right colour, and just see what we have. 100, and it's got to fit. This is the thing, it has to fit. It's the only place it can fit, but the problem is it's taking a little moment for it to work out how to spin. You can't spin it yourself. So I've placed it and it's wrong. You can see it's way off the mark. Let's sell this, don't need that anymore. And I'm gonna sell this because I don't know. Let's try this corner. No, that's black, wrong colour. So you will see it does get a little bit frustrating. So we'll try and do these pieces first. Let's line this up here, and so as you can see, that's why I sped it up a little bit at 2 times. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here all day. But I really don't have any tips or tricks for this. It literally is, once you do the outside, to do the roof, it did get a little bit tricky. Like I said, the step ladder here does help for the middle bit. I personally found it did. You may not need it, but I definitely found it helped. So now we'll go back and get the right colour for the middle pieces and try and get this middle bit. Oh, that definitely worked. So we're slowly building this roof. Did take a little bit more tediousness than I thought, but once you sort of work it out, or work the first few pieces out, it slowly comes together. The corner pieces, like you've seen, were a little bit tricky. I'll keep moving this step ladder to keep putting these middle pieces in. So you gotta, like I said, you have to line it up perfectly to the template they give you, which can make it a bit trickier at times, but you just go through. I don't think that one worked, no. So let's try again. Not quite. So on to the next one. Move this a little bit. Get the middle piece. Right, we've got 5 in, so it's slowly taking shape. And we'll try and get this corner piece in. It's but it's looking like it's getting there. It's got a few more panels to put in. Oh, so you can make them smaller. Let's see if this works. No, that's definitely not it. So we'll keep with these to see if we can get this corner piece to work. Let's put this in there. Another piece there. Alright, so the corner piece has to fit there. I don't understand why it's not spinning properly. So I'll put that there. As you can see now that I've worked it out, it's a little bit easier. That has it's not to go there. So this corner piece has to go where it's supposed to go, but it's getting that corner piece to spin around and fit. So I'm trying this bit again, but I've then realised that it's not right. So let's try this corner piece again. I've realised that's wrong, and I'll put it over here instead of wasting it. Alright, so let's go through, and so we're almost there. It's got a couple of pieces to do in the middle. Where's our good old trusty step ladder? Alright. Let's try and get this in. Right, in there, into the almost, and then one more, done. That's that lot done. So we just have the middle to do these corners. Now the tip for the corners, it took me a long little while to work out, but you've got to get the angle of your character as angled as possible. We're going to try the step ladder here for a second, and I found it did not work. So then I sort of realized that once you line it up with the angle of the window, it turns green, but you will see it's still not the right angle. And this is where it got a little bit frustrating, because you look outside and it's way off the angle, and there's no way it lets you spin it or turn it, or not that I found. So I'm just going to have a quick look at this and see how we can fix it. So back in here and move the step ladder out the way, or jump on it and try again, either or. And literally it is trial and error. I don't want to sell it because I've sold enough of them. So I'll move this out of the way. Alright, so if you start from the bottom and kind of line it up, you get it in. It took a long little moment to work out. So get your character in as best position as you can. You can sort of see there it wants to line up, and then slowly put it in place. We'll do this one here, and then get your character as best it's still struggling to line up. Spin the character around or the mouse around, or start from the floor up and see. It literally is trial and error, guys. It took me quite a while to work out these corner pieces. Hopefully it's not as frustrating for you guys, but as you can see here, there's no way of spinning it. So close the door, see if it helps. See, you can sort of see it wants to go in, but it's very tricky. I think we got it. Then this one here, straight in. So as you can see, it's a little bit tricky to get them in, guys. It is a little bit fiddly to do, and it can be a little bit frustrating at times. If you have a better way or easier way, please let me know in the comments. And we'll put the last panel in there, and that should be... Nope, we've got two more here. But if you have an easier way, obviously it's still very new DLC, and there aren't many videos out there on people doing them. So I'm one of the very first to go through and do some tutorials. So again, it's just trial and error. This whole greenhouse was trial and error, and we finally got the last piece in and sell the ladder, and we have our beautiful greenhouse. Now we need to put one more large solar panel in, and we are then good to go. So we thought we could put it there, but it doesn't quite fit, so I'll put it on the side just in front of Scarecrow, about there. Works. We're still... Oh, okay. It unskinned my chicken thing. Assemble again. That was bizarre. Very bizarre. Alright, put the roof on that, put the lights back in, put the feed back in, put the ladder back in. And that's the job done. 100%, almost 14k. Take some photos, bit of transformation there, a lot of solar panels, the good old greenhouse that took a little while to do, and we'll save it to the portfolio. So that is part 4 complete. It was a little bit tedious with the greenhouse, and I did speed up a few parts here and there because otherwise we would be there all day watching me trying to fiddle around to get it to work. So that's it for part 4. We'll do a quick little recap. Just pressing the wrong buttons again here. I've got a habit with these pressing wrong buttons. So we'll check our perks out. We are slowly progressing through our perks as well, which is really cool. And then the new ones here, which is the farmer and the architect. We've got a few to do. So that's it. That's pretty much it for part 4. Part 5 we'll go through and do another job. So we'll quickly go and see what we have. I love the tulips. It's such nice colours. So we've got 2 to choose from. So we have Grandpa's Summer Surprise, and then we have over here somewhere Dreams Come True, Miller's Farm. Which one we do? Well, you'll have to stay tuned for part 5 to see which one we do, and then there will be a part 6. Thanks again for all of your amazing support. For those who watch the videos, share them around, comment, and yeah, it's greatly appreciated. We'll see you on the next one, which will be part 5, which will be a mystery surprise on which of the 2 we do. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.